Good morning, everybody. What's happening? It's Anthony from The Daily Truth, the truth in 5 minutes or less. Please like this video, share this video, do all the things with this video. Going to be talking a little bit about the voice of God in this 5-minute truth. Again, I'll get this all out as quick as I can. So I'm going to let some people jump on. I hope everybody's having a great morning. I really think you're going to like this message. I shared a video to my story on my Truth Will Set You Free USA page yesterday, and maybe I'll share it again today if I can find it again. But there was a story that resonated really amazingly with me, and I think it's a great way to look at the way to listen to God and to serve God and to actually have potentially a better way to cut through the clutter of all the things happening in our lives. So there was a video that was shared about, and I couldn't see who is the speaker, who is the pastor, who it was, because it was all, in the little TikTok area and I couldn't see it. But anyways, the whole story goes, this lawyer was trying to leave Anchorage, Alaska, and he had a regular ticket out, but his pastor said, "Hey, I've got this little plane that I'll fly you. You could save your ticket." And they were scared to death to go on it. These two guys, they ended up saying, okay, against, he said, their better judgment. They ended up on this plane, and the pilot, turns out, doesn't do well flying in clouds and ended up passing out. So these two gentlemen are in fear for their life. They're in the middle of a storm. They're in a plane and in a cloud that they have no idea what to do, and they start trying to get a hold of somebody. I think that's an interesting metaphor for looking for the voice of looking for God in your life. And it turns out that's what this whole analogy and metaphor turned out to be. So they get a hold of Anchorage, one of their help centers, whatever, the airline, FAA, I don't know. They get a hold of them, and there becomes this voice that is playing the metaphorical role of God and essentially saying, focus on my voice, not on the storm. If you focus on what's going on outside, you will most certainly die. But if you focus on my voice, I'm going to get you through this, and I'm going to help you land this plane in, I think they're going back to Anchorage, Alaska. But he had to have him say, just don't focus on everything going on in the world around you. And this guy was a fantastic speaker and orator, and he talked, it was about an 8-minute video, and he talked about all the things going on, and they were in fear for their lives, but he was calmed by this voice, talking about how there's all of these people trying to tell us what to do, trying to control us, give us feedback, give us all these different things. But if we're trying to cut out the clutter, and if we're trying to listen to the voice that is going to guide us in the right direction, that voice is going to be God. God will be the one that we should be serving and listening to, not just serving, but in this case, specifically listening to. Try to find that voice. And in the long run, these two gentlemen ended up landing safely. And there was a whole metaphor made or reference made that the lights that they were looking for, because again, they couldn't see anything. The clouds were bad. The storm was bad. Everything was going bad around them. Sounds very similar to how a lot of us have to deal with bad things happening in our life. All of the things and the distractions. But in the end, they were able to focus on one man's voice. So think about how life would be. The truth is, life would be a lot easier if we could focus on one voice and cut out all the distractions. And interestingly enough, the runway, the base of the runway was lights in the shape of a cross. And I think that maybe a lot of runways are like that. But interestingly enough, one of the last things he heard from this voice was, look for the cross. That's where you should be guided, or how you should be guided. Focus on the cross. That's your way home. That's exactly how it was said. Focus on the cross. That's your way home. So again, I don't always do the biblical messages or the godly messages on these daily truths, but this one hit me yesterday, and I was like, I gotta talk about it. I gotta talk about it tomorrow. So tomorrow is today. This is the message. This was the daily truth, the truth in 5 minutes or less. If you like this video, if it helped you in any way, shape, or form to get you through your day, to remind you what's important, share this video. Hope everybody has a great day. God bless. Remember, the truth will set you free, and don't surrender your pets, because that's what garbage humans do. Take it easy.